Hello, good evening. So today, I've been doing some calculations, of course, and today, first the first order of business is to check our dimensions and see where we are. Uh, Now let's see. We know now exactly where the A pillar needs to be, so it's 11 studs from exactly 11 studs from the axle. The beginning of the A pillar, I mean, the door needs to start here, and the A pillar, so the roof support, needs to be 14 studs from the axle. Very important information, and we also know that the roof is 23 studs times 23 studs, and we know the dimensions of the windshield. We know how steep it needs to be, uh, so we can basically make everything that we need. So, okay, let's measure up the 11 studs and 14 studs. That's our two dimensions that we need right now. Okay, so I just turn around the car and see where we are. So again, making up a scale. Since we are measuring from the axle. And now let's see. So we said 11 studs. 11 studs. I think it's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11. So 11 studs from the wheel. So the door jamb needs to be here. So this is where our door needs to start. Like this. Okay. Guess. A little early. So we have only what? It's only four. It's only 4 studs of rocker panel. But we're gonna cheat a little bit and have the door mounted half a stud further back so that we can have a gap. So basically we're going to have half a stud of a gap between the door and the next panel. Okay, so that's approximately where the door needs to be, and 14 studs. 14 studs is the A pillar. Exactly. So the A pillar basically starts here. Basically, as we calculated. So no big surprises there. And the other dimension is 31 studs from the axle center line is the end of the door. So basically the beginning of the quarter panel. Let's see. So 15. We need, so this is 15, 15, and we need one stud in between. Okay. Okay. So where is it? Okay, so the quarter panel starts basically here, approximately to the new calculation. but I see that the door basically needs to be. We have 5 studs, then there's 20 studs for the door, and 9 studs for the quarter panel behind the door. So now let's see. Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up here. Because this is too far. This is 9 studs, the panel that we have on top. So, and yeah, what do we have here? Yeah, there's one stud lift arm would fit still between the wheel and the rocker panel, just like in the front. So that's all right, I guess. Yeah, but that's the discrepancy. So one stud in the front, one stud in the back. So basically we would prefer if, come on, we would prefer if the body would be like this, so as close to the wheel as possible in the front and the back. But this is not going to happen, so we need to adjust stuff a tiny little bit. So this corner is all right, so we don't need to change anything in here. The only part where it's going to be shorter is basically the lower part of the rocker panel, but I'm uncomfortable to do anything to the rear. See, we could do this. We move it somehow and have it like that, and then I don't know, build a fender, but I don't know. And if we do this, if we do something here in the back, see, like this, I don't know, just for demonstration purposes, then we have no. Oh yeah, Lindt. Sorry, I thought little chocolate. Yeah, Lindt is cool. I prefer the Aldi chocolate. Aldi chocolate with what is it? With no, with small pieces of hazelnut. That's my favorite. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't really experiment here. So, okay, let's do it like this. We know where the A pillar is. There's no discussion about that. And I have calculated where the C pillar needs to be. And I know how big the roof needs to be. So let's make the roof. And then after we have the roof, we are going to decide exactly how long the door is going to be and how big this part of the quarter panel is going to be. That's probably the best option that we have here. And we're going to start with the roof. We're going to make the roof here on those pillars, just so we have a roof here, and then we can see how we're going to connect the roof to everything here. I have some ideas. We have a little room, especially in the C pillar, to basically hide stuff. If you look at this, you see that the C pillar is actually, it appears to be 2 or 3 studs wide. So it's about 2 or 3 studs wide, and here we can hide the support structure that will hold it upright, both in the lateral and the longitudinal direction. So this is good. This is good. So basically, part of the support structure can be basically the surround of the window, and the other part is the outer portion. The roof slopes, if we look at the discrepancy from the front and rear, from the front windshield, so it's 27 studs on the bottom, 23 studs at the top, so it's 2 studs at each side. That's the difference between the outer and the inner portion, whatever. So let's first make a placeholder for the roof that's approximately 23 times 23 studs, and let's see. Yeah, let's see how this looks. So 23 times 23 studs. Of course, we're going to use some panels. Okay, over here. Don't think we need more. Okay, 23 studs. That's 10, 10, and then okay. What the fuck? Okay, I'll answer this later. Okay, so this is 11. 11 and 11 is 22. We need one piece of support here and then 3 studs here. So yeah, I need basically, if I had one more of these, but yeah, but the roof is going to be different anyway, so yeah, who cares. We're going to do it, yeah. One moment. Okay, so definitely we're going to have something with panels. But not sure how and what, because yeah, exactly. Okay, so our initial roof is going to be 21 studs, because so uh, that's 21 studs, and then on each side of the roof are going to be the roof supports. So even this is too wide. Even this is too wide. Let me let's discuss. Let's discuss. Okay, so ideally the roof would be 23 studs. That's 23 studs wide. But that means that when the A-pillar supports join it, suddenly the roof would be wider. Where to mount the supports? So we need to keep at least 1 stud room for the supports to be mounted. But we cannot mount the supports to these. We need to mount the supports to lift arms. So this means that the lift arms are here, like so, which means that we need to make room for 4 studs here. So we need, these panels are a no-go. Not, at least not in this way. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. We still need. Okay. Let's experiment. So we need. Oh, okay. They are together, of course. So imagine this is the outer part. So the support, so the A pillars and the support lift arms. And then we can do something inside of it. This is 11, and 10 is already too wide. So this is no go, or we can maybe we can use 3 of them. This is 15 and 4 is 19, and we need 4 studs more. I mean, sure, we can use more lift arms. You know, fuck it. Let's do it. Just so that we have some roof structure, and we'll use frames. Doesn't matter. Roof doesn't have to be perfect right now. We just need it to be there, and then we're going to think of something. He means I have 11,600 subscribers on the channel, but there's only 13 people in the live stream, or I mean, there's seven of us now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe later. Sometimes we'll get more people. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's 21 here. It's 3 times 7. No, 3 times 7 is 21. That's too wide. So 7. Yeah, that's perfect. So no, it's all right. Don't worry. Yeah, maybe I don't know. I mean, but if you subscribe to a channel, then don't you get notifications of updates automatically? Yeah, I guess they have. But oh well, in time people will come. I'm not too worried about that. Right now, that's not my priority. My priority is actually really to start streaming, to do projects with you, because I don't know, doing projects like this is much more fun, and we can discuss it and new ideas. People always have new ideas, which maybe I haven't thought of. Sometimes I build myself into a corner and don't know how to get out, and there's you guys helping me out. So 15 and 9. 15 and 9 is no, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 15 and 7 is 22. We need 2 more, so we need a 9er. We need this. Okay, and we need one more here. I'm really curious if this roof is going to be too big or too small. Okay. Now don't worry about the shape of the roof. This is just a placeholder. We had this before. Placeholders are a good thing, so let's not worry about it. Yeah, and it's the first time I'm really interacting with my channel subscribers in this style as well. So it's new ground for me as well. I did say 23. It needs to be 23 studs. So 15, 15 and 9. 15 and 9. Yes, you're right. We fucked up. So yeah. Okay. See? Again, if I didn't have you, it would take me a while of head scratching to discover. Oh my god, where did I fuck up? So, and to be honest, if I didn't stream, I would not do this project at all. So, I wanted this. And this basically forces me to build it. I don't see anything bad in this. Everybody's having fun, and we're actually making a car. Exactly. Okay, so 23 times 23. No, 23 times 21. This is 23 times 21. So 1 and 7 is 8, and 5 is 8 and 8 is 16, and 16 and 5 no, 16 and 5 is 21. Yes, exactly. So now on the outer edges of this, our roof pillars are going to attach, and the roof. So here we have room for attaching the pillars, and this is of course the final width of the roof. But we are not going to worry about this right now. This is all we care. Okay. So we know that approximately where the roof needs to be. So it needs to be 6 studs away from the belt line. So including the width, so including the thickness of the roof, it needs to be 6 studs from this. So we have 5 studs for the height of the window, and then it's the roof. And I will now eyeball the position of the roof somewhere here, and then I'm going to make a B pillar that's going to be here just for the duration of, just for the time that we figure out where the pillars are going to be. So, okay. I need to adjust a few things. Because what we do not want is that the roof is tilting. We want it to be fixed in place, because it needs to be to stay absolutely horizontal with the other part of the car, so with the floor. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the height of the car. Okay, let's see. Interesting. I'll show you in a moment how this looks from the side. And I will just, I'm going to fix this with some pins that I can pull out quickly to readjust the position. Because readjusting the position is what we are going to do a lot, probably. And while we have the position, I will proceed to make the frame. We'll make the frame around the front first. So just so that, because we know exactly where exactly how big the windscreen needs to be, we are going to make this first, attach it to the roof, and then we have something to work with. Then we can focus on the rear. Okay. Now I will just eyeball this into position. So we are going probably going to have to readjust this. But so our roof, interior. Just imagine that here, since this is the end of the roof, then the C-pillar is going to the back, something like this. This is the back end of the C-pillar. So imagine it, I don't know, starting from here. And here is going to be the A-pillar. But of course, because this is LP power, we don't deal with straight angles like Lego. We always do stuff as it's supposed to be. So the roof on the rear car is angled. I mean the windshield surround is angled. So like on the E30, it needs to be angled here as well. So it needs to be angled inside and like that. And this angle also provides structural rigidity because of the angle, because all of the corners are unmovable. So I'm not gonna do the roof support like this, for example. So I don't know, something like this, and then I allow this to move. Absolutely not. This has to be, at least one corner needs to be immovable, so that when the body twists, the windshield actually provides the support, so the body doesn't torsionally twist. Because right now, no, it isn't. Right now, I mean, the body does torsionally twist, no doubt, but that's to be expected because the roof is now the stabilizing factor. Once the roof is done, the body should not twist. Now let's see. So if we look at it from the side, there's one stud left to the height of the hood, and we have this area here. So we have one stud to hide all of the structure, which is, so basically we have two studs to work with for the lower windshield support, which needs to be strong. The way it attaches here is probably not going to be as strong. That's why this corner needs to be very strong. This is probably going to be attached I don't know, probably with our good friends, the small connectors. Where are they? With these, of course. These. Um, but maybe not. Maybe not. There's another alternative. There's an alternative that I think I used in the E30 as well. But we are going to explore both options. First, let's see the window surround. So my blueprint says that the top, of course, is 23 studs. The bottom is 27 studs. That's the difference between them. And then we need to, and when viewed from the top, the distance between them is 5.5 studs. So this will give us the approximate angle of the windscreen. Well, we're approximating, but you know, this is not an exact science. So let's build the window surround and see dimension wise where we are. Then we are going to make a sturdier version. So 23 studs in the top, which we can achieve with 23, so it's 9 2 11s, and what we need, one stud in between them, right? Like this on the quick. And the 27 studs would be best done with 2 13s, and the same. There we go. So now that we have this, well, we know that there's 6 studs between the wait a minute. Okay, the roof needs to be 1 stud higher than it is here. Okay, I miscalculated, because there's we need to have 10 studs here, but this is only how much? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. It is 10. Okay, why is this then higher? Okay, see, problems arise already. Okay, so basically this is too high. So our hood, according to the calculations, is here. But I don't know, if I look at everything, this looks mighty low. Let's take a look at the blueprints again. This is just 10 studs. Yeah, I guess it is. Just 10 studs. Amazing. Yeah, 10 studs and 6 studs here. Okay. but then we need to lower the belt line here because it's one stud too high, and we need to lower the frame that we have here because it's also one stud too high. So we need to rebuild something. So, great. Do you like them? So this frame needs to sit one stud lower. It's too high, and this belt line here needs to be also one stud lower, because of course this guy is going to mount on top of it. So if I mount it like this, it's then 11 studs high, which we do not want. The only part that will be 11 studs high is going to be the area directly over the rear wheel well, where the muscular hump is going to be. So we need to rebuild this shit. There's no other way. Should be relatively easy. But keep in mind that I also plan to lower this firmware, as we discussed in the last stream. So this is also stuff that's going to happen. Okay. No surprises here. This doesn't fit because the holes are not aligned. It would be ideal if this fit, but it doesn't. Now what to do? It needs to be one stud lower. This is 7 to, yeah, one stud lower. Interesting conundrum. What can we do? And we need a pillar here. So this is going to be the A pillar. It needs to be relatively strong. Relatively strong. Okay. Well, the main problem here is if we have a door here, the hinge. See, the hinge needs to be first. It needs to be the hinge needs to be like this in order for us to swing the door effectively, and we need to have and of course when the door is fully open, it's going to be like this. Of course, fully closed like this. And we want this guy to be half a stud offset. Half a stud offset, so that we have half a stud of a gap between the panels. Basically, a panel gap as they were usually present. So, what to do? What to do? I mean, something like this is probably what we are going to use. Let's experiment. Let's do some experimentation. So if we mount this guy here, okay, and we mount this guy here, okay. Now we need to think of a way to make the half a stud offset for the door jamb, which is going to be here, of course. No, the door jamb, wait a minute. The door jamb is going to be here in the middle. Okay, that's better. Okay. That's so this actually plays into our hands. This plays into our hands. not that bad. A twist of fate that actually can do us some good. Okay, obviously this is just a placeholder because I want this to just be here. Okay, so we need the door jambs are here-ish, and they need to be 1, 2 studs out. We do have stuff that allows us to do that. And without any complications. There we go. So that's not the end of days, of course, because we still have a problem here. The problem is, of course, that, as we discussed before, let me just quickly mock this up. So we have the panel, and if we hang it up like this, which is the position we want the door to start, then we cannot open it because of this guy. So we need to re-engineer something so that this doesn't happen. There are parts, of course, that allow us to do that. Just let me find them. Where do I have them? There, that would be these guys. So with these guys, what we do, we do it like this. Wait. Right. Okay. Forget what I said. I wanted to do it like this. This would be perfect. This would allow us to do exactly that. And then, see, the door would open like this without a problem. And the other panel would be, let's just mount it for a demonstration's sake. It's also very flimsy, but it'll do. One moment. I mean, this is a very important part, so we need not fuck it up. The A-pillar is a very, very important part in the car. Okay, let's see. So I mount the mock-up panel here. Okay, so this is this is why we need to have the gap. So when I open, you see, oh, come on. See, the gap allows us to open this. If there was no half a stud gap here, we would not be able to open the door. So that's good. We just need to create a better mounting point for this. I like kebab. We do have kebab in Slovenia, but the best kebab I had was in Berlin. We have good kebab here, but the Berlin kebab was better, much better. Right. So, what to do here? What are our options? What if we use this guy? I wonder if there's an option. If we have it like this, does this allow? This limits the way we can open the door. Maybe too much. Yeah, it limits our door opening options too much. But it yeah, it would be. I mean, it's let's see what's happening. Let's see what would happen, just for shits and giggles. Okay. Silly me. Silly me. Okay. Okay, like that. And like that. Okay. Now let's see how much the door actually opens. I don't know. What do you think? Is this enough? I would say this is enough. This is enough of an opening for the door. For me, at least. What do you think? Or do we want a slightly bigger angle? I would say this is enough. Hey, Hugo. I would say this is enough because also this solution is very good. I like this very much. I like this very much because this alone is going to make our A-pillar very, very stable. So yes, that's what we're going to use. And let's now focus on this here on the bottom. And yeah, we need to replace this guy with this guy. And now that we have done this is actually very sturdy. Yeah, I would say the angle is pretty realistic. Okay, I'll leave this one here. And of course, one thing that you need to take into account: the sturdier this is, the less the door is going to hang. So we're going to have one here and one here, and if these two guys are sturdy, then the door is actually basically, it's the A pillar that's basically the factor of how much the door hangs. If these are too weak, then the whole door is going to sag, and this is not what we want. So that's cool. Okay, move on. We are going to do the other side, and then we can finally start with the A pillar. And now I think we are going to have to redesign this a little bit. Come on. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. No, we're gonna have to redesign this. See? Now that we have done this guy is clashing with this here. Wonderful. No, we are not building the E30. We are building a Dodge Charger. So let's see what's happening when we do this. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. So this part, sorry, this part is okay. And this part is going to be okay as well, because we are basically just going to make an extension here. Temporarily, of course, because the rocker panel, we need to revisit this once I get the 7 stud long piece from the Lego charger. Okay, so this is done, but of course in this configuration there's no room for the lower pivot because this is in the way, but this is going to go away. We're going to make this, the front fender piece is going to be a lot squarer to melt into the fender, so we'll do something else here. This needs to be 4 studs long, so yeah. But we are going to deal with it later. Just let's replicate this on the other side and move on. So this guy can go away. Luckily, that now that we don't have to re-engineer this, it's gonna pretty quick. So we need 2 T-pieces. We mount one here, and here, like that, and then here, like that, and connect them temporarily. That, and that's basically it. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So the other side is replicated as well. So we're good. Okay, back to our windscreen. Now that this is 1 stud lower, This is good. We are going to deal with this being one stud lower after we finish the windscreen. Okay, now let's experiment. This is like that. Let's see, what is the width? Okay. Needs to be here. So the first hurdle already. It clashes with this, so it can't be directly mounted like this. Okay. So we are going to mount it one stud in the front. And of course we're going to need to modify the mounting of the steering column because it's in the way. Can it be modified at all? Oh, very difficult, very difficult. Or first, I mean, we are facing challenges immediately. So let's just for argument's sake, let's place this like this, and this would be basically our windscreen, if it makes sense. Of course, it needs to be mounted one stud further to the back. So the roof that we made probably needs to be moved. Watching the blueprints, the roof definitely needs to be moved one stud to the back. Absolutely. So as I said, we made these pins so we can easily disconnect it. There we go. I'm gonna get rid of those just for now. So it needs to be like this. And now, yeah, now we're closer. Okay. But still, this isn't going to stay this way because we need, hey Rasmus, we need something more substantial and stable here. So one thing is that first we need to see what the angle of this is. Then, hopefully, if this exists, to find an angle. I think I know which one we're going to use. An angled piece, an angled lift arm here, and then this is going to be mounted to the angled lift arm to first to hold the roof in this direction. Then we need to engineer the A pillars so that this doesn't happen. Now let's see if this guy is close to what we want. Maybe, but maybe not. The steeper angle is like this, right? Yeah, I think that's the steeper angle. Okay, let's see if this is what we want. Yes. Okay, first time ever that this guy is the correct angle for the windshield. First time ever. But there's always a but. How to mount this, because right now this guy would be completely in the way. what we need to do is see if we can mount him somewhere else. If not, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so if we look at our placeholder, so we are gonna get rid of the lower part, and we're going to concentrate on this guy. So how to mount the yeah, some, it's not nudity, is it? Would you prefer to see my computer instead of my leg? Like this? Do you feel more comfortable like that? Okay, so we need to find a solution to mount this more properly. Okay. Dude, it's 30 degrees here and sweating like a pig. I have as little on myself as possible. Just enough to not be X-rated. Okay. So we are still going to use this guy. First, let's get rid of this. Okay. Now that we know what the problem is, we can mock up something here without the car being in the way. There's more room. So we have this angle. This is the angle that our windscreen is going to sit at. Of course, we need to so this lower part is not going to be where it is now. It's going to be just under the a little bit forward. So basically, if we turn this around, it's going to be something like this. So now it's staggered. See? Okay. But still, it needs to have this angle. And we cannot use this guy. Yeah, it's extremely hot. And we need to come up with a way to get this angle, but without this connector. And we need to have the A pillar mount somewhere here, and it needs to be connected to a connector. Which is interesting. Let me think just for a moment. What are our options? I'll just place some connectors that might be useful, just so I have something to experiment with. Okay. So my first thought would be this guy. It fits quite nicely into the corner. Of course, from the other side. It fits nicely into the corner. And we can mount, for starters, we could mount this guy. So, like this. See? This would be our first train of thought. Perfect geometry. It fits exactly on what we already have on the car. Now we need to find a way to fix this at the same angle than this guy. Now let's see. What are our options? And for that, I basically need to replicate what we have on the car. Otherwise, we are going to run into problems. So we need this and this. Okay, so that's the top of our A-pillar on the car. And let's mount this back onto this and superimpose both like this. So, come on. So our angle is this. Luckily, this is quite a stiff pin, so it's staying like this. And yeah, now we need to find a way to make this work. Shouldn't be too difficult, I hope. That's our limitation on that side. Let's see, maybe this is easier than I think. Okay. 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 I'm gonna use light bluish gray stuff just so we can see what's happening. Maybe it's a dead end. Maybe we found the solution. But come on, stuff is falling to the ground. So where are we now? Okay. Okay. This could be a solution. It might not be very sturdy. That's the problem. So this could be a solution. It's pretty okay, I guess. I mean, has some flex in it if we push it, but we can work with that. That's as long as the geometry is okay, we can work with that. I mean, the main problem is that there's not a lot of leverage. If this guy would connect here, would be better. Let's see if this is possible. Let's see if this is possible. So what if we do it like this? Do it like this. What's gonna happen here? No, that's not gonna happen. We have another option. What if it's this? Yeah, we're already too far away from the what it needs to be. Okay, just readjusting it. Okay, so I can see. Okay, it's a half stat, of course. Of course, it's a half stat. Why would it be anything else? But we can work with that because there's, of course, legal solutions to that. How to get half a stat offset here? This would be perfect. Do it. Remember this part. Remember this part. Let's see. Yeah, it's as useless as it was before. This isn't gonna fly. Yeah, that's the only geometry that worked that we had at the first in the first instance, but it's not enough. What else? I'm sure there's a solution. What if we go from this side? What if we go from this side? What's our option there? Seems like it's always half a stud. How could we just half a stud in height? This is no go. This is one option. Let's see if this is even useful. which axle connector? 32192. No, 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 no. This is out of the question. There's several reasons why I don't use axle connectors. Because this guy is structural. Axle connectors are cool for some options, but the moment that I start to pull everything apart, so maybe if I pick the car up on the roof, or if it twists, the axle connector will just, they will disconnect. See, it's disconnecting. That's useless. For the structural parts of the body, that's useless. That's why I'm not even considering them. This is weird, but it might work. Maybe. Maybe. But maybe not. Oh, come on. Yeah. Let's see. This is not going to work. This ain't working. Interesting. Interesting. So this is basically the only way this is going to work, apparently. But we need to find another way. Let's see if this is even the, let's see if it's even the right angle. It's, oh god, it's not even the right angle. Okay. So yeah. It's not. Okay. You have not seen anything. Again, let's readjust this. Okay. So you can better see what I'm doing. Okay. What if we adjust this just so that this, see, this part of the angle connector is square with this. The difference in angle is negligible, so that's not really that important. And now let's see if we have a fighting chance with this. If there's some better angles that we can look at. Oh, This would be ideal, but it's not. But then again, since we have a connector here that connects this guy to the other T-piece, dog bone piece, maybe we can do something with that connector. So it's on the other side, so it doesn't bother us here. What if we do something crazy like this? And let's see. Would you believe? Oh my god, that this has a lot of torque. This is going to be very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we don't even need this guy, which is good. Even better. So we would have it like this. And this guy is solid. This is solid. So we have now everything.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. Okay. This is nice and solid. Now let's see if the angle is approximately right. And oh my god. The angle is exactly what it needs to be. Perfect. Great. One piece of the puzzle. Next piece of the puzzle, we need to fix this laterally. Because like this, it's just going to flap around and not provide any rigidity to the body at all, which is not in our best interest at all. So in this example here, I need to first make sure that these guys don't move if we want to attempt anything, or at least, I mean, don't move. They just stay as square as possible. Okay, now let's see what kind of angle we need to make here. First, I'm going to use this guy. Come on. Okay, so that's the fixed part that is going to allow us to fix this to everything. Okay. I wish I had another hand to hold this. Okay. And yeah, it needs to be something like this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate this. So we have both ends. Then I'm going to attach the upper part to this. So we have approximate distance. Then this is going to be much easier to adjust because the upper pin is going to hold everything in place. So let me just replicate this on the quick. Now that we know what we need, it's going to be easy peasy. Okay. this. Is this the correct one? No, of course not. This needs to be a 9. Okay, but I have a feeling that the A pillar is going to consist of 2 parts. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. This guy. So we have this and this. Okay. Now just for those 2, and we are on the same page here. Okay. Now what do we need for them to be as wide? Yep, that's what we need, but that's not what we are going to do, because we need room here. So we need a temporary solution, as always. A temporary solution that might become a permanent solution. Okay. Even this might not be enough, but we'll see. Okay. So this is now nine. Yes, of course. 9. We can cannibalize this now. Like this. And we have then the top of our windshield. There we go. Okay. And I'll use this guy again. Just okay. Come on. It's not an exact measurement, but it'll do. Okay. So our windscreen. Now we do not want this. We do not want this. And now let's see what we can do in the edges to basically find a solution to somehow create a triangle here. Of course, the gods of geometry. Oh my god, the gods of geometry are with us. They are with us, and I mean, this doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's amazing. So let's see if the hunch is correct. Might not be, but maybe it is. Yeah. Okay. Now let's remove this one. Who would have thought? Okay. Keep in mind that, of course, now we are entering the realm of illegal Lego techniques. So what we have here is illegal, because you can clearly see that now that we attach those, the geometry is a little bit forced. It does fit. It does fit nicely, but it's a little bit forced. This is not going to move anywhere, at least not here. But it creates more problems more problems than it solves, because it will create issues here on the top. So sadly, this is not what we can use. It was close. It was close, but no cigar this time. Very close geometry. Very close. Almost. Almost. Okay. What else? What else can we do? Maybe this? No. Maybe this? Again, worth a try. There's really nothing else. We need to try it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our solution. This is perfect geometry. This is perfect geometry. It fits. That's the bottom of our windscreen. Let's go to the top. For the top, this whole thing needs to be mounted to the car. So we can see clearly that these guys are now fixed. Hopefully, these are not going to give us problems in installation, if possible, but we can always mount them here on the outside. We'll see. Yeah, let's change this guy with what we have in the car. Yeah, I mean, you will be able to see the supports. That cannot be avoided. Uh, I mean, we can hide the supports with the shape of the dashboard a little bit. So I wouldn't worry about them too much. They have to be. Without the supports, the body is going to be like jelly. So mhm. Do you see a problem? Because I see a problem. Yeah, the lesser evil. Um, our problem, the support of the steering wheel. Hmm, how to work around it? Easy, easy peasy, easy peasy. No problem. So lucky for us, we can just use the shorter ones. There's no room to flip the lift arms. I would have done it already. Okay. Um, Come on. So this and then these two guys. Okay, like that. Then we have this. Right. Okay. Let's install this into the car. Problem solved. Uh, I dismantled the E30. The E30 project is at the moment abandoned. But we might revisit it at a point. There we go. Our windscreen. So it's, if we look at it from the side, you can see that the support pillars are hidden. I mean hidden, not yet hidden, but they are at the same level of than the level of the hood. Okay, so that when we mount these guys, they are basically going to be hidden. I mean, I don't know how we're going to mount them here, but yeah. And the door will be here, and the door is going to cover this. So this is not going to be visible, which is cool. This is a very small intrusion, which is also cool. So the door gap will be more than enough. And now we need to secure the A-pillars, the roof, because you can see already here what's happening when I lift the car. You see how they want to separate, and when this is fixed, then it adds so much rigidity to the body. It's incredible. And on real cars, of course, the windshield is also bonded onto this surface, so it's glued all around, and the glass of the windshield itself provides even more stiffness to this. Okay, now we have two options here. One option is to build the top frame as well, do another set of supports like this on the top somewhere. That will be different than this, of course, and then attach the whole frame to this and have this have a rigid connection here as well. That's what I prefer to do. And let's explore the options here. We cannot go any further up with this, because then the roof, it would stick out of the roof. That's a no-go. So one option would be, of course, to do the windshield frame here on top, all around, I mean across, and then make a rigid connection between that guy and this. And let's maybe not make a rigid connection between this and this. So this is going to be able to flex, but it's not really going to, I think. But yeah, it's probably going to be fine. So we need to make a rigid connection just between this guy and this. And let's do that. So now that we know this, we can remove the roof for now, because it's in the way. And we're going to make just a lift arm on each side, just so we have something to work with. Okay, yeah, that's the top. Okay, so we are not going to keep all of this, I think, or maybe we are going to re-engineer this so that this guy is going to be on top here, so as to disturb the height of the windscreen as little as possible, because this is going to be too low. But we need to engineer a rigid connection between these two, something like this. Let's see what the geometry is in the first place, and then let's think about making it ready. So we have something like this, which is too high. So this would only work if we had a windshield that would be one stud higher, I guess. Not even that. Not even a full stud. Okay. I mean, obviously, when I look at it, I think the car is too low. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just my feeling. Maybe it's no. Those are the dimensions. What to do? So this is, yeah, this is all right. Me? Hmm. I'm 42. Um, hmm. I mean, I don't want to complicate this too much. Don't want to complicate this too much. I want the A pillar to be as small as possible. But this isn't helping. So first of all, we need a brace here. We need to make ourselves a small and quick brace. So that the flexing of the body isn't making a bigger problem than it needs to. Come on. Okay. Okay, that's better. That's better. So now we have the measurement here. That's important. And yeah, it's exactly what I thought it is. That it's basically this would work. I think. Ah, okay. I'm just trying something. Yeah, that wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because it pulls the roof down, which is not what we want. See, there's a small discrepancy here. Oh, focus! My God, why is it so hard? Damn your camera. Ah, you get the grid. You get the gist. So these two are not exactly in line, as to speak. Which again makes for an interesting challenge. Interesting in quotation marks, of course. I would prefer this challenge not to be there, but if we have to deal with, we have to deal with it. Apparently. I don't know how at the moment, to be honest. I mean, there's a few possibilities that we can explore, of course. I don't know. We could probably do something like this. Okay, that's another option. There's another option. Come on. Something similar that we tried before, but we use this. And we then use this. Come on. Okay. Then we get, or do we? Yeah, let's say that we get some geometry out of this, but I'm not sure. Well, okay, so there's the plan. Since the roof does not have to be perfectly level with the floor of the car, it can tilt slightly to the back, because we need to do the C pillars as well, and since there's no B pillar, we are free to choose these angles. And the C pillar, with the C pillar, we have much more freedom than with the windscreen surround. So the windscreen surround is the most difficult part because it needs to be physically small. The C pillar is gigantic. We have a lot of scope to do stuff there. So I would not obsess with this being the correct geometry. But of course, what we need to do is this needs to be one step shorter, because as we can see here, as it is now, this guy is half a stud too much there, or not even half a stud, but you know, yeah. So that's the problem. Of course, there's always some movement that these guys allow. So yeah. Okay. So let me check something first. Yeah. I mean, okay, what if we just we don't need to lower them as such, we can just use these for now. Just mount that guy here. It's going to work just as well. Let's see where we're at. This could work. This could work. My God. Okay. This guy needs to be a half stud. Like this. And then it will work. Okay. Let's see where we are. Yeah, this could work. This could work. We can leave this guy as long as it is. And yeah, then the rest of the windshield would be just here in between. Sadly, this is a bit low, but I don't see a way to do this otherwise, because keep in mind that we will probably need to fix this in some other way as well, or maybe not. We'll see. Let's see. Let's replicate this on the other side just to see what kind of effect this has, if it's sturdy or not. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. That's absolutely definitely for sure. We'll leave it like this, and then we are going to revisit it after we deal with the C pillar. That's absolutely guaranteed that we're going to do that, because there will be, after we know what happens at the C pillar, we are going to we'll probably need to change something in the front as well. So not really going to obsess about it, but just keeping in mind that there's options available, or rather, there's challenges ahead of us that we need to be aware of. Go. Okay, we don't need to do this. Okay, let's see what this means for our roof. So, nothing good. Nothing good. Because right now, as we have it, you can maybe, I don't know if you can see it. This guy is pushing inwards. So, it's not good. But we're going to change him. Of course. Gonna change him for this guy. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see if it fits. Ah, it doesn't fit. Now, the problem is, see, that this guy is, it's hard to see on the camera. Basically, we're going inwards. This is bending. This is bending inwards. So this is not good in no scenario. So in order to avoid what we just witnessed, we need to fit something here to keep our distance. So to keep the correct distance, so we don't get this problem. Okay, should be enough. But this is good to know, because now we know that the A-pillars are pretty strong. Okay, is this correct? Yes, okay, this is correct. Okay, so just as a reminder, this is how wide the roof needs to be, or has to be, or can be. This is the A-pillar. Now we can see about this guy. Yeah. I think what we do need to do is we need to make this guy shorter. Then this guy is going to fit here. And this would be a very easy solution. Maybe. Or maybe, yeah. Or maybe it's just, yeah, no. Then this is going to happen again, because it's going to pull it too much to the center. Oh my god. Not an easy solution. Not an easy solution at all. Yeah, we dismissed this already, didn't we? I'm gonna give it a try. I'll try anyway. Just to satisfy my curiosity. Yeah. I mean, we could do that. Let's see. Let's see. And I'm going to do something very pedestrian here. Or am I? No. No. Sorry, my mistake. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. pins are needed. Again, I'm at the moment I'm not obsessing with this. I'm just trying to see what the geometry here is. So well, you need to be patient here. So yeah, I don't know. This could work. Could work. I mean, I'm not sure what happens here. Okay. Okay. Well, I would say that this actually works. I guess this works. You see, when I remove our geometry keeping device, the geometry is kept. This is stable. This actually provides already torsional rigidity to the body. I can feel it. That this just this small stretch of roof that we made here. So this puny stretch of roof that we made here already makes the whole body so much stiffer. So much. Yep. And now we need to move to the back. So, of course, with the C pillar, it's going to be better. Of course, we're going to remove the B pillar. So the C pillar needs to be strong. But with the C pillar, we don't have to so much restrained with geometry, with room, because the C pillar, the rear window is relatively small. The C pillar is massive. And yeah. I'm just looking at the geometry of everything. So let's have a small, very small tour. Just a second. Okay. So I just pop this back in so it doesn't disturb. Yeah, I don't have all the. these are the panels I have. They are going to be replaced when I order the correct ones the ones in correct colors. But right now I'm not obsessing with them because I don't know if they are going to stay. I'm going to do this after I know that that's what we want. Before that, this car is going to be colorful. Let's say it like this. So also one of my ideas is that when these guys are lower, I can use these as a part of an inner fender. This is going to look nice. So I think there's more than enough room for everything here. Looks pretty realistic to me, space-wise. So there's room for pedals and legs that's never available in Lego cars. There's enough room for a nice seat, the rear bench. Okay. So I'd say that's it for today. And the next stream is tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, and tomorrow we continue. Plan for tomorrow: C pillars and the removal of the B pillars. And then the car is going to look much, much more realistic. And then the next stream, I hope I'm going to be able to figure out what to do with the front. So tomorrow I need to figure out. Tomorrow, for the stream after tomorrow, I need to figure out how to connect this here without interfering with either the front or upper wishbone. This is going to be one of the biggest challenges of the whole build, because if we can do this, then this guy is going to be our winner for the front frame rail, and the geometry that this provides is also going to be the best geometry. Anyway, that's it for today, and I see you tomorrow.